Yo guys, it's Britt coming to you live, obviously. And in this video, I want to talk about finding pleasure in the uncertainty of your relationships. Because really what it comes down to at the end of the day, all of your relationships are a little bit uncertain, okay? Because here's the thing, we can never be fully dependent on another human being to always be there for us or always give us whatever it is that we want from them, right? So finding pleasure in the uncertainty of your relationships is going to fucking heal your life and reawaken you to the joy of living, because it will heal any hardness around your heart, okay? Because when we've gotten our heart broken so many times, or, when people have let us down or disappointed us so many times, we can tend to have this little bit of hardness around our heart and fear. And then we don't have a total full trust and openness in our life around relationships. But what I want to teach you in this video is how to find pleasure, and not just a little bit of pleasure, but I'm talking full fucking turned on orgasming to the idea of your relationships being uncertain, okay? Because that's where I've kind of taken myself to. And it's unbelievable, you guys, because I used to be, so many of us are, where, if a guy texted me the right things, I would feel really, really happy. But if a guy didn't text me back, I would feel really, really sad. Can anyone relate to that, right? But you need to get to this certain place. Hey, Oliver, and say hi to me, you guys, when you pop on. You need to get to this certain place of unfuckwithability. That's the word, right? Unfuckwithability. You're just unfuckwithable. Yeah, you're unfuckwithable. And you just literally, could give a fuck if some guy's going to text you back or not text you back, right? And even if this is the guy that you really, really think is the best guy ever and you want him to be with you, or if you're a guy watching this, even if this is your dream girl, you can get to this place within yourself where you are literally unfuckwithable, or whatever the word is. You could care less if she texts you or not, or if you're going to get together or not, even though that's what you desire, right? You'd like to have that happen. And I'm in no way saying, hey Nina, I'm in no way saying that you don't get to have everything that you want. I'm Brittany Taylor. I'm the joy of living. I fully believe you get to have every fucking thing you want, right down to the last drop, okay? But your clinginess and your neediness is blocking it, okay? And if you can do this, if you can find pleasure in the uncertainty, you'll get all of it. And you can even get the guy that wasn't texting you back to fucking text you back. I've had a few of those happen this week. I always have so many exes come back when I get into a really good vibe. And just it's nothing ever fully ends with me. The relationships are just eternal. And they're eternally loving. I don't continue negative patterns. It's just I can bring back to life any old relationship and literally make him the love of my life if I felt like it. Not that I would, but anyway, so I have a lot of that going on. Hey Shayla, what's up? So you need to be able to get to this place where it actually kind of turns you on. The idea of this person that I'm dating is really, really hot and cool and totally super soulmate material. But I don't even care if he's gonna ever talk to me again. And you go into it with this energy of total self-sufficiency and total fucking magnetic, turned on by your own self. You want to look in the mirror and you want to look at that bitch and say, I would fuck you and I would really enjoy it because you are that hot, you are that sexy, you are so smart, you are so gorgeous. I love everything that you're doing in life. And when you go out with someone, or you're talking with guys, or however you're doing it, and you're coming from that energy of I can almost have an orgasm just looking in the mirror at myself. First of all, that shit is hot as fuck, and the guy is gonna feel that and instantly get hard because you are that hot. But also, that energy will keep the right people being called to you, because here's the thing, like, neediness always repels, or it attracts more needy people, which will then result in, you know, the kind of relationship conflicts that you've probably been doing your entire life, where, like, you know, the emotional shit keeps on coming up and coming up and coming up. It's all about communication. Lots of people are all about looks these days. Well, it's about communication and looks. I mean, God, like, why would you want to just communicate with someone who's not hot? Like, or that you don't find attractive? To me, that seems really unbalanced. You want to, you know, check all the boxes. But here's the thing, like, what's physically attractive to one person is not going to be physically attractive to the next person. So I do believe, like, there is someone, and there actually is multiple people out there for everyone, you guys. Like, you have more than one soulmate. You could have fucking 100 soulmates in your town. But when you're closed off to it, you're not going to see them. Or even if they are there, you're going to end up getting in relationships that don't feel good because they're bringing up your old childhood wounding, right? Which is also a good thing, though. So here's the thing. I want you to come to this perspective of everything always working out for you in regards to your life, and also in regards to all of your relationships. I want you to come to this place of everything always works out for me. Okay, that's the first step. And then I want you to come to this place of pure enjoyment and pleasure and excitement about your own life, okay? Because what can happen when we're not really that excited about our own life and self, when we do find this perfect person, because you will find them, there's many potentials out there. When we do find this perfect person, if we're not really having as much fun in our life as we'd like to, if we're not living our dream life, we can get overly attached to them, okay? And do the opposite of this, right? And then the uncertainty feels really scary, because then we feel like, oh, if I don't have this person, I'm not going to ever get to have that fun in my life, or I'm not going to ever have a connection like this again, or I'm not going to ever feel this way, you know? And then you start to think that the way that you're feeling is because of that other person, when that is never true, okay? Like, this magical person in your life is never injecting you, okay? Like a drug inject, like he's not like giving you an injection of whatever the feeling that you feel with him, that feeling of being in love, or the feeling of exhilaration and freedom and joy and all those like, you know, euphoric feelings of finding that person. That person is never injecting you with those feelings, okay? Those feelings are always coming from one place only, and that is your own being, okay? And this is something that I teach in my jealousy course, and actually there's an entire module on this exact topic, finding pleasure in the uncertainty, in my Heal Your Jealousy program, but I felt called to talk about it again tonight. So once you come to that place of knowing that everything is coming from within you, right? No one's giving you an injection of love. It's not when you go and hang out with a guy and then you really like him, he's literally like injecting you with a drug that is making you feel all these feelings. You are feeling those feelings. They're coming from your own self and soul. And you actually have the power to evoke all of those feelings with or without any man in your life, okay? Or anyone in your life. Like, you could be sitting alone in your room for days on end and feel the same feelings of being on a romantic honeymoon with someone. It's all coming from you. And once you fully know this and you start to practice it, meaning you start to kind of live up here in your imagination land, and you start to kind of be in the relationship that you want to be in your own mind, you'll realize that the whole reason you wanted this person was to feel that way anyways. And now you already feel like that on your own. You already feel like you're with them on your own because you've created it within your own being. And that's when you release attachment, and that's when and only when you can have pleasure in the uncertainty. Thank you. Yeah, I do like my hair. So is that making sense, you guys? Once you realize that the only place feelings are ever coming from is from within you, right? No one's injecting you with those magical feelings. It's not like you're taking a drug. It's not like you're snorting a line of some guy's dick, okay? All the feelings are coming from within you. And you'll see this where, like, when you're in a certain mood around someone, like you're in a really good mood already, and then your own mood kind of like gets brought up with their mood. But you could go and hang out with the same person when you're feeling kind of shitty, and they wouldn't have the power to uplift you at all, right? So it's all you. Does that make sense? Thanks, Katrina. So it's all you. Everything is coming from within you. All those feelings of love are actually coming from within you. And this is how to clear codependency. This is how to clear neediness. And this is how to start finding pleasure in the uncertainty. Because when you're dating and stuff, and really it's true, like all relationships are uncertain, okay? People are flaky. Even your husband you've been with for fucking 25 years could still leave you tomorrow. Like you really don't know, right? And so you need to just be so involved with your own life and self and be loving yourself so much and enjoying your life and finding pleasure and just being the person that you are. And then when you get together with people, it's just kind of an extension of that already solid, rock solid joy of living that you've got going on, right? Does that make sense? And it can start to turn you on. And you can say like how Abraham Hicks say, and this is like one of my favorite quotes that they ever do, where they say that marriage vows should be more like, hey, I like you pretty good, let's see how this goes. And you want to do it from a place of fun. Like, oh my God, there is limitless potentials for joy in all of your relationships, provided that you come from your own place of joy and you're not seeking without that which can only be found from within, okay? And this is something that I had to learn, you guys. I was the most fucking codependent, needy, clingy motherfucker on the planet, and then at the same time, I was emotionally unavailable and distant and cheating and you know, like I was on all sides of all relationships, you guys. I've literally done it all. You can ask me anything about relationships. I've probably had a relationship like that. But really where all of those unhealthy behaviors come from and all of that, you know, bullshit and fuckery in your relationships, it comes from you not being in alignment with your soul and you not living in joy and you not already living your dream life and being the qualities that you're seeking, right? So that's another thing too. If you're seeking a certain type of partner, you must start embodying what those qualities are, right? Like you can't just like get with someone who's not at all on your level. It doesn't work like that. We always are vibrationally attracting those that are similar to us in vibration, okay? So it's really always a perfect match. And so when you are attracting people that aren't what you want, it's a really good time to take a look at yourself and do it in a not so serious way, right? We're just having fun. We're the joy of living, right? We're just having fun with this. But take a look at, you know, like, hey, what part of me is that maybe, right? And you'll see that there's a little bit of you in all of these people, right? And then it can start to be fun, and then you can start to stop being so pissed off at other people for not being what you want. Because every time you're with someone, if you could just focus on like, you know what, I don't like that quality about that person, which a lot of people who are critical with dating, which most people are, do. If you could just focus on a little bit like, well, how am I kind of like that too? You can get some really good self-analysis going. So how to find pleasure in the uncertainty is by knowing that you always get to have what you desire. Okay, and your relationships get to be good, and it doesn't matter if every single one of your relationships up to this point has been totally fucked, okay? It doesn't matter if your childhood was filled with trauma and pain and you never saw a healthy relationship in your life. You have the power to create a healthy relationship now, and it begins with the relationship with yourself. But most people, they think, oh yeah, self-love, like I say I love you to myself, or I do things that make me feel good or whatever. To really embody self-love, you need to be living in joy. You need to be following your dreams. You need to have a passion for something, okay? And when you finally have a passion for something, you're living your purpose, you're enjoying your life, and you feel actually so turned on by your own self and your own life that, hey, I wanted a relationship, but now it's like, I'm just having so much fun right here and right now. That is when the men start flooding in, okay? They start flooding into your experience, like more than you can even handle. Or the women, right? it's when you come to this place, you guys, and I think I'm really good at this energy where I'm just like so involved in my own pleasure. And I'm a Taurus sun, and Tauruses are all about living through the senses, and Tauruses have a certain kind of self-sufficiency and like tendency to live in pleasure, whatever. So it's relative to who I already am at a soul level. But you know, when you're really in this energy of just like pure enjoyment of yourself, and it's like, wow, I get so much pleasure from just looking at myself in the mirror or watching my own video. I mean, you don't have to go that far, but like I get so much pleasure just doing my day-to-day life, like working with my clients, and every morning I wake up, I do my soul work, and I just like feel so good about that. And there's no like part of you that feels like it's missing. Like you feel this wholeness, you guys. Like this is what I feel now. Like I feel like this wholeness. I don't feel like there's any, you know, gaping holes in my being that need to be filled other than sexually. And like I just feel so whole in myself, right? And so that was kind of funny. Once you get to this place though where you're not really needing anyone for anything, you don't need that guy to text you back, even if he's totally perfect and exactly what you're wanting. You know that every day of your life you get to live in joy, whether or not that fucking happens, right? And like, you know that even if your partner leaves you tomorrow, you still have unlimited potential to create relationships that you desire and to live your dream life. And you know that everything that you're creating comes from within you. Okay, and so you can let these other people off the hook, realize they're just supporting actors in this movie of your life, but you can still love and enjoy them. And I'm in no way saying that you don't get to have everything you want. You do get to have everything that you want, but you do need to leave those other people out of the equation. And when you do, like when you do actually do this, it does end up being those people that you want, okay? Because it's your neediness that's pushing them away in the first place. Does that make sense, you guys? Are you still with me? I feel like that was a powerful little sermon. I hope you couldn't see my underwear for that whole fucking video. I'm going out in a little bit with a new girlfriend of mine, so I'm super excited. She's fabulous. I feel like we could be best friends. I feel like we already are best friends. So I'm really excited. That's why I'm dressed up. Duh. Anyways. What else? Is that landing, you guys? Give me some hearts. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? Do you need any guidance around anything? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Thanks, Mom. Anybody want to ask me anything related to this? Have you signed up for Light, Joyful, and Free yet? We kick off on Monday, so there's only 2 days left to sign up. The entire first module, we're going to be unfucking your brain around relationships. And it's going to be really, really fun. And it's a 6-week course where you get the entire group program and you get one-on-one access to me as well. So I'll be posting the link in the comments after if you're wanting to take this work a bit deeper and have some personal one-on-one healing with me around this. This is the program for you. So this is your last call. We start Monday. I'll be posting the link. And I guess that's all I'm going to say. What I really just want to leave you with is like, you are creating everything. And once you come into your own pleasure and your own enjoyment in your own life, all of your relationships will be harmonious. And if they're not, you don't fucking care because you are feeling so good in your own self and soul. Okay? That's all I wanted to say, you guys. Love you all. If you have any questions about this, write them in the comments after. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know. Say hi, give me a heart. And also, if you have any questions about Light, Joyful, and Free, message me. I'll be posting the link. And have a good Saturday night. Remember, you came for the joy of living. Bye, guys.